Hi all, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so any questions on user profile creation? Everyone's PDI is up. Like all of you have created your own PDI or have any questions? Like are you facing any issue while creating it?
Hi Shreya.
Hi Lakshmi.
Yeah, I created PDA, but in that you showed the manager information like that. That based on rights it will come, or uh, like this is just we are using for like how I can say, I'm not sure.
Okay, just go ahead, no problem. I'll try to understand. Yeah.
Yeah, the manager you showed, right? Who is your manager option in the PDA in the user
User table,
when I
yes, I
create
got it.
user. So in that the manager option is not there.
Okay, the manager field is not there. Then
Yeah,
we
manager
can.
field is not there.
Okay, I got it. So we can configure it. I'll just help you with that steps for now. And we'll also
Okay,
see other roles, groups, and what are the other things that we have to cover in today's session. Okay. So
sure,
that's a
sure,
good
sure.
question. No problem. See, even on my form, manager field is not there out of the box.
Okay,
Okay, but that field
okay,
is out of the box, Lakshmi. So we can just configure it. For that,
okay,
just give a right click on this header banner. Okay, it is
okay,
still loading. Yeah.
okay,
After the page is ready, just give a right click, go to configure.
okay,
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 and for now, just we'll learn form layout, but form design, form builder, everything will be seeing in next
okay,
3 to 4 classes. Okay, so in
sure,
this form layout, if you just give a click, okay, you will have a slash bucket. What is that slash bucket? So where you have all the fields that are available in ServiceNow and the fields that are there on your form. Okay, selected are nothing but the fields that are displayed on your form, and these are all the fields that we have in ServiceNow user table. Okay, so I
okay.
need manager field, so I will just search here, or I can give
No,
Control F.
are you sharing your screen? I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, sorry. I was sharing. I thought I was sharing. I'm sorry. Let me just go back and explain you this. Okay. So, you know now how to access the user record and all, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate it. So, just open user table from the backend. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Just type sys underscore user, or you can also navigate with users under user administration. And now
okay,
let's take any user profile, like I'll be going with Abel Tutor profile.
okay.
As you mentioned, even I don't have a manager field available on the
Correct,
form, right?
correct.
So
Yeah.
now this is called a header banner.
Okay,
Okay. Once you give a right click, you can see
okay,
configure. Okay.
okay,
Under configure, again, you have so many options, but just ignore all of them. Just choose
okay,
form layout.
okay,
Okay, from here, it will redirect you to a page which is called as a slash bucket. This particular setup, whatever you are able to see here. Okay, see
yeah,
slash bucket we are on. Okay, here
okay,
these are available fields. What are these fields means? The fields that are there on our user table.
okay,
Okay, and these are the fields that are there on our form currently.
okay,
Okay, whenever I want to add any field on the form, okay, what I do, I just get it from the list.
okay,
Okay, so you will just push it like this. Other way to search for the manager field, just type Control F, which is for finding anything. So even if you type something like company, okay, just remove the search here. So when you type company here, see,
okay,
system help
yeah,
you to search the data. Okay, whenever you add any field to the list, it gets added at the bottom of the list. Okay,
okay,
it's our duty to align it. So I'll just place it above the manager.
okay,
Okay, save it.
okay,
Okay, for suppose if there is no manager information available for this user, it remains empty. You have to
okay,
add the information.
okay, yeah,
Okay, you got it now?
yeah, I understand. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, Shreya.
So That's okay. So, guys, it is not only for Lakshmi. Anyone can raise any sort of queries here. We'll also extend our class for 10-15 minutes only for question and answer sessions. Okay. So today, yesterday we have seen how to create a user profile and what each field here does. Right. Likewise, we'll be talking about a few related links, groups, roles, delegation. These three topic are very important. Coming to linked accounts. So what are these linked accounts? One user may have multiple accounts, right? So where that information will be stored, maybe we are working on share folders. So share folders is a type of service accounts user can have. Let me open that. Related links is a place from where you can actually start looking for your any third party accounts or any service account. See, there is no any account, but if you want to create an account, you can also just click here and see this is like a provider user map, we say linked accounts. So that's the backend name of your form again. So you can just select who is the provider, what is the provider user ID. So we'll have a different third party applications within ServiceNow to store the data. Okay, so if you have those details, you'll have a service ID and that gets linked here. That's it. You'll not be doing much more to this account. Let me just go back to, I'm sorry. So these are the shortcuts, guys. After, see, I'll again help you out. HTTPS, nothing but a hypertext transfer protocol secure, whatever the site you are surfing. All the time, make sure ServiceNow gives you a secure site. This is my dev instance. This is the domain name. This is the table name I'm surfing. So it is easy for you to track which table you are in. And you can also modify the table name from here. If I want to open incident table, I can simply type incident.list. Okay, if I want to see, I'm on incident list directly. If I want to open user record, sys_user.do. Okay, .do will always take you to a record. See which I'm on a new record, but I want to open a list, _list. Okay, these are the few shortcuts that each one of us should be aware of. Coming here, now subscriptions, like I'll be talking about the subscription once you are comfortable with rules, groups and delegation. So reset a password, we have already seen setting a password. Even if you click on this hyperlink, it will ask you to reset your current password. See, no service desk process found, the user selected. Already the user is selected. I think there is some technical glitch on this method, but you can use the set password method also to just to go with the resetting of your password. Other way to reset the password, even here on your profile icon, if you just click here manage instance password, just click here, you will be able to see you can reset instance password to generate new instance login credentials. So once you just click here, see it is starting with SQNKW, but once I just click here, instance itself reset a password for me and it will share it here. It is taking time. So there is no service desk process enabled, as this is a PDI. We don't have it, but in your real time, if there is any service desk process designed for this, you can see that process under this list, which is also a choices, like you will have 1, 2, 3 desk processes. You can pick anything and you can view your identity, like verify the identity. Once it is done, you can reset the password. This is the other way to do that. See, now the password is different. Guys, you are getting it? Hello?
Yes, Shreya.
Yeah. So, do you think I'm going little fast?
You are good.
Okay. Yeah. Just give me a minute. You can also mail your password and all from here. That is also available. Okay. This functionality we have it on PDI, but coming to real time, you raise a case to service desk team. They are going to reset your password, or they are going to give you a link to reset a password. That is how it works in real time. You got it? You'll not manually go and do that. For example, you are working on production environment. You want to reset a password, you can reach out to technical desk. They will help you in that process. But if you are working on a dev environment, you want to reset a password for you or for your colleague, you can open the user table, and whatever the method we are discussing now, let me just open it. Um, I have added a additional password. That's the reason it will be asking me every time. Just give login.do or navpage.do. It will redirect you here. Man, might be I have changed the password. Let me get this password. I'm sorry. Yeah. See, now I'm back to my instance. I'll be opening user record again. So for example, this is on your dev environment. If you want to reset your password, you can directly click on set password. It will randomly generate a password. You can just copy paste it or copy it to your clippad, later modify this password. Just click on save password, so that will be saved as your temporary password. Just go back and log out and try to log in. Whenever you try to log in, it will be asking you the username and a password. For PDIs, usually the username will be same, which is admin, and the password will be whatever you have copied from here, and reset the password. This process we have already covered in yesterday's process class. You can also just revisit the recording. Coming to roles and groups, what are these roles and groups, why they are very important? So roles in ServiceNow. So a role is something that defines what all accesses you have to certain features or functionalities, is decided by the role you hold on your profile. Admin role is one role that is just very powerful, and that role is not given to all the users. Then what roles do I need to have? Basically, ITL is also uh, very powerful role, might not be equal to your admin, but it is also a still a powerful role in ServiceNow. So once you have a ITL role, you can see all the incident management, problem management, knowledge management. And to access something like business rules, you may have a business rule required role. For client scripts, we have a role. For impersonation, we need admin or impersonator role. Like this, we have various rules. So roles control accesses to features and capabilities in application and modules. Application is this, modules are nothing but, as I told you, incident is a module. Okay, this is a dedicated menu, and beneath that all these are modules, and to see these modules you need a role. Yesterday we have seen a self-service user. That means a user without a role cannot access these modules. He only have access to self-service incidents. Okay. um, the admin role provides access to all the features and capabilities. After access has been granted to a role, all the groups or users assigned to the role are granted the access, and role can contain other roles, and can access granted to a role is granted to any role that contains it. So don't worry, I'll be explaining it more clearly. So we have a roles, specifically it able to store the roles. If you type roles here on the left navigator, once you scroll down, you can see roles under user administration. Okay, this is a place from where you can actually start navigating. What is the other backend name? Sys underscore user underscore role. Okay, this is the backend name of your role table. See, when possibly simplify user administration by accessing roles to group, create a group that contains all the necessary roles for specific persona, and then assign user to those groups. So what is this activity he's telling you? I'll help you in real time. See roles, and if you just check how many roles are there, we have 515 roles. Okay. If talk about admin role, see, the system administrator role has access to system features, functions, data, regardless of security constraints. What is the security constraints? These are high level of standard security uh, we have in ServiceNow. Even that ServiceNow administrator can override it. grant this privilege carefully. If you have sensitive information such as HR records, then you need to protect. You must create a custom admin rule for that area and train a person authorized to see those records to act as an administrator. Okay, so likewise, if you search for ITL role, you have many roles, and what is required to understand, we'll go through now, because we cannot cover all 515 rules. See, again, coming to ITL user can perform standard action for ITL help desk technician. This is out of the box technician role. Can open, update, close incidents, problem, change, config management items. Out of the box, OU only users with ITL role can have task assigned to them. That means they can also see what are the tasks that are assigned on his name. He can see all the incident management, problem management, knowledge management, and many other activities. And he can also perform certain changes like opening a new incident, updating the existing case, closing the existing one, resolving the case. Okay, but see, there is no word called delete. Delete is not a good practice to do while holding a ITL role. You got it? The major difference between admin and ITL are few. Admin can override any sort of high level security standards, but ITL user cannot do that. And admin is allowed to delete certain applications or modules or menus or records, but ITL user cannot perform those actions and not recommended to do those while holding a ITL role. Okay, ITIL admin possess more privilege than ITL role. What is this possess more privilege? That means it is a combination of ITL and admin, but not a straight admin role, but not at all just ITL role. It's a combination of ITL come admin activities possess more privilege than ITL role. Instead, for team members, the role has the ability to delete incidents, problem, and change and other related entities. Now you got it. If you have either admin role or ITL admin role, you have access to delete certain records. But again, this role is given for the team leads or who are superior in tackling the project. Likewise, if I just talk about self-service, okay, end user. Mm, I don't know what is the name they give for end user here. Okay. Fine. We call it as a self-service user or an end user in real time, guys, when there is no role at all on their profile. Okay. By impersonating that also, I'll show you what all modules they can access. And coming here, for example, if I want to show you business. See, business process admin, business process user, business rule admin. So can manage business rules. That means he can go and create a business rule, delete a business rule, update a business rule. Likewise, we have various, see, business stakeholder. Again, what does this user do? Uses business stakeholder rule to provide authorized users to approve, view, or read records across the organization and view reports. Note there is a fee associated with this role. Do not assign it to users without confirming your organization has the appropriate entitlement. Please review the documentation for additional details. So likewise, we don't use this business stakeholder rules. I didn't come across it, but we have such roles. There are many roles that, but the most important roles that we have to know is admin, ITL activities, like the roles and responsibility these two users will do, because these roles are very important, like where most of the functionalities are dependent here. Okay, I'll give you a more list of roles that you can go through from this particular sys user role. Even impersonator, see, who can impersonate any other user? What is the use of impersonating? Impersonator. See, can impersonate does not allow impersonation of admin users. That means impersonator is nothing but to perform this impersonation. Sorry. Okay. Here you'll have a icon, right? Once like profile icon, just open that, you will find impersonate user. What is the use of this impersonation? This is for testing activity. For example, Lakshmi and I and Divya works for a same project. Divya says, I'm unable to open this particular form. Lakshmi is able to do, and myself, I'm able to do, but Divya is unable to open the form. Then, how do we cross check? We go to Lakshmi profile, we go to Divya profile, we'll compare it. Okay, what are the roles that are missing on Divya profile? What are the roles that are additionally there on Lakshmi profile? Then, what we do? Okay, these roles are missing. What is that role name we identify? And we'll go and provide that role to Divya, and she'll be able to see that. So for that, we'll do certain texting activity. How do I do that? I instead of asking Divya for her credentials, I'll be using this impersonate user. So this is a type of testing we do it within our instance by just having the user um, like username and all. Okay, you need not to have their credentials like username, password. Just the username is enough. For example, Alfonso's, I want to see what all she can access in ServiceNow. So I'll just click on impersonate users, select her name, and from here, if you just collapse this, you can see she just have a she doesn't have any role apart from she's treated as a self-service user here. If you just go to her profile, you can verify that. Okay, she has a limited access, she's treated as a self-service user. Now what do? I have admin rights, right? So I can end the impersonation. Whenever we begin the impersonation, we have to take care of this ending the impersonation. Okay, come here, just open your user table, go to Alfonsa's profile. There will be no role added to her profile. See, scroll down, you can see what roles she have, what group she's part of. No, she doesn't have any role. Now what? I want to add a role to her profile. I can simply click here on edit and add a role. Okay, what role will give her ITL role. Okay, or will give her ITL admin role and save it. Now see, adding role data manager admin to Alfonso. There are so many roles now added. I just added her one role, but 25 roles are also been reflected. How this is possible? And now if I impersonate her, let's go back, click here on your icon, impersonate user. There will be expected question on this, guys. Who can impersonate uh, other users? Either to impersonate any other users in ServiceNow, we need impersonator user role or a admin role. See, now I am on Alfonso Gerlin profile. Now if I expand, I'll see more modules compared to what I was able to see in past. You got it? If I type incident, again I'm able to see only incidents that are raised on her name. You can see certain filter conditions are applied. Even if I click on all, I cannot see other incident because I'm holding here ITL admin but not ITIL. If I just go back again by ending the impersonation, okay, anyhow Alfonso profile is open. Now what I'm going to do, I'll also add ITL role. Save
The
it.
ITL admin group added into the remaining all projects.
Sorry?
That's why
Sorry, someone was telling me something. You have any questions? So see, now the role count got increased. We have 53 roles. If you search for ITL, user will have a ITL as well as ITL admin. Okay, that is what I'm telling you. Though ITL is present in ITL admin, but the functionalities that ITL have only gets inherited when user have a ITL role. See, he have both the rules. Now if you go and impersonate this user, okay, let's just click on impersonate, go to Alfonso's profile. Now you will be able to see incident menu module. He will have more accesses. See, the length of this modules and menus got increased. And if I type incident, now I can see incident uh, menu available for him. He can create incidents, he can do anything here. Okay, only because he have these roles, he is able to do this. Now you got it why roles are important. Any questions from anyone? Ashok, Lakshmi, Naveen, Rashekar, Sushil, Yashashvi. Any questions?
Yeah, Shreya. You said now impersonate option. That option also will have for everyone, or only you said admin and
Impersonate user will have this.
impersonate. So
Okay,
I create.
usually if you are holding any ITL, you'll also have this rule. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I created one user, right? So you will search that user now in your
No, no, no.
P.
No, that is not available. Our PDIs are like not interlinked, right? We are not under one
Okay.
entity, so I cannot
Okay.
see your information and you cannot see my information. But when you are working for one organization, it comes under one entity. We can see that information, and even if you are working on different instances, we'll have a dev instance, test instance, UAT instance, production instance. Okay, in dev we can see like I can log in into my account, I can see what you have created today. You can log in into your account and track what others have done in your team. Okay, but when you talk about dev to test, again this data will not be reflected. We have to push that. For that we'll be using either import export of data or update sets. Okay, so those concepts will cover not now, once you are comfortable with all the admin activities.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, see, I have added this role directly to a user like Alfonso, but it's not a good practice to add. Then what is the right practice to add? See, sorry, I have added it for Alfonso. Let's select the same user. So in real time, you should never add a role like this. To make you understand this, I have added it. Now I'm going to remove it. Okay. Until unless you have instructions from your manager, you should never add a role to a user directly. Then how do I add a role to a user? How do I create my own custom role? This all we'll discuss. Okay, but remember this point again, I'm highlighting. In real time, when you are working for a real project, until unless you have instruction from your lead, you will never go and add a role directly to a user from here. What is a way to add a role? I'll help you out. Before that, if you just see here, you have only edit button. That means you will able to select only the roles that are there in the system. Then how do I create my own custom role? Just go to sys underscore user underscore role dot list. This is the backend name of your role table. And what is the other way to open roles? Just type roles under user administration. You'll have a roles. Both redirect you to the same page. Both you'll be able to see 515 roles, 515 roles. And here you can see you have a button to create a new role. Okay, let me create a role called demo developer. Okay, and this is a custom role created for testing activity. So this description, why I'm mentioning this, is for my reference. In future, if I want to understand, or if someone want to know why this role is created, they can just come and understand this. You got it? Now my demo role is created and it is available on global scope. Just get this created field on the form. To uh, align the field on the form, just click here on the personalize icon, select the created icon and adjust it, like align it as per your requirement. So just apply sort Z to A, so you can see whatever we have created now. So I'll just open this. We are on global scope, so it got created on global application. What is this elevate privilege? I'll be discussing about this once we are into ACL concepts. And run point scan, what is this? If I just run this run point scan, it will scan and it will show me is there any warnings, errors or findings. If just want to see the result, just click on go to result. You will have a scan number and you can read this. Okay, the instance is scanned, at what time it is scanned, what is the scan number, is it complete or is it pending, or is there any errors, and how many checks the system has done. You can cross check everything. See, table access for all external users, number of users with high privilege roles, table access for internal users. You have three different criteria. System will define this. You need not to do anything. You can just update and leave this page. This is just for scanning. And what is this version system has? I'm having a SN utils is a additional extension I have added. So I have this version system that will tell me which update set this information got stored. Okay, so what is this update sets and all, we'll be talking about it. Now if you go to Alfonso profile, refresh it. Now if you want to add this demo role, we'll see whether it is available from this edit list. Okay, just type demo developer. See, it is available. But as I told you, it's not a good practice to add a role like this. Then what is the best way to add a role? From the groups. Okay, what you have are two options. See, on roles you have only edit option, but on groups you have new option, edit option. That means you from here also you can create a new group, and from here you can also add user to the existing group. So what are these groups? For example, we are working on one common purpose here. Here we have a team of eight participants. So all eight participants duty is to provide some resolution for the users. Okay, what type of resolutions we are working on? Maybe on network related resolution. Then we'll be under network team, and all our 8 users will be listed in a group, and that group name is given as a network. And whenever there is a new incident that is having some issue with network, that will be assigned to our team, and we as a team, someone from the team will be going to take up that case and start investigating on it and provide a resolution. Okay, so we will create a group. How to create a groups? You just have to type groups under user administrator. See, under user administration you have groups. You can open groups. Other way to open the groups, just type sys underscore user underscore group dot list. So here both of them has redirected to the same page. That is what I want to show you. And you have a mini groups. For example, we are talking about network groups. So let's search what the network group is. So these are demo data we have. In real time also you'll have this network group and all, but with real time with real time data. Okay, see, for this group there is a manager, and how many group members are there? Fred, ITL user, Bow, Dan, Lou. We have 5 users. So likewise, you can also go and create one group for our team, and we can have a manager, we can have a group members, we can have a roles to this group, we can have a child groups to this group. So you can have a group mail again. So whenever a new case arrives, you can that gets redirected to our group. And if you want to add another group as a parent group, that also you can do it. Okay, before jumping into that, let's go and create a new group. Demo development team. This is demo group. Save it. Okay, now I will be adding Alfonso as a manager for this group. And group members, there are no group members. Let's add few group members. See, it redirects you to the users that are there in the system. You'll have a user information like Abel, Abraham. So you can select any users. Like in real time, you'll have a list of users who can be part of that group. So you'll add them to the group. Okay, refresh, the group member count will be shown. After creating a group, it's all time good to add a role to a group, because I have 9 users here. So to every user I have to open a profile and give this demo development rule. So if the count is less, I can do it, it doesn't take much time. But in real time you may have 100 users in a group. Adding role to each user takes time. Instead of that, you can add a role to a group. That role will inherit this demo uh, development rule to other users. For example, I'll take one scenario here. Let me open this Alfonso Montjoy profile. See, she's part of this group, but she doesn't have any role. Is it clear, guys? I'll go back now. Here on roles, just click on edit, add this demo role, save it. So now all the 9 users will have this role added to this profile. Okay, now if you just click here on a Elisa profile, see, demo developer role. And to know which group is giving him this role, I'll give you a simple shortcut. Just click here on the personalize icon, go to inheritance map. Okay, adjust this, scroll down. When you just click on inheritance map, that means which group has given him this role. I'm sorry, role inheritance map. Inheritance counts inherited, included in roles, included in role instance. Let me add these fields. Why it is giving me like this? Role inheritance map should give me which role that user is getting from. It is taking me to has role list. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll do one more thing. I'll add him to another group. So let's open group table and see which group have a ITL role. Okay, this is how usually you go and add users to the groups, and that groups inherit them the roles. So you can guess type a role is ITIL. So if any of your group have this role, it shows you this 3 groups have, but I want to have it for network group or something else. Then I'll just go back, search for network, open network group. See, 5 members are there, but there is no role. So we'll add ITL role. Save it. Refresh. Now all the 5 users will also have this role on their profile. Now I want to add our what is Alfonso user to this group. Okay, just click on users, Alfonso. He's available here. I just added. Now refresh to see the count. If you open his profile, he's part of 2 groups and he have 4 roles. Now let me just go to ITIL. I'll open role inheritance map. What's wrong here? Maybe let me search it on my other instance. You'll have a pictorial image, guys, that tells you which this group is giving you this role. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with the instance. I'll try to show that in my other instance. Inheritance map only will give you that. Might be any patch fixing is going on, I guess. At that time also they'll disable certain show has a role was inherited. See, this inheritance map only will give you information. So has roles. To see inheritance map, you can don't drill down. See, like this, you'll have a image that will give you, okay, ITL role is given from network. I'll show you that in some other instance, don't worry. It will take some time to wake up, but I'll try to open this image for you. He has given the content, but not the image. That's fine. I'll show you in real time. That's not a problem. So you can track which table is giving him this role. So let's open the list again. Open Alfonso profile. Now he's part of two groups. He have almost 41 roles. Okay, we can also track which group is giving this role from the inheritance map, but this is not working fine in your scenario. Why? I'm also not sure. Maybe I have enabled this SN utils. Let me disable it again. That could not be a reason, I guess. No, maybe I feel like some hot fix or a patch fix is going on, as today is a Saturday. That could also be a reason. We'll cross verify it on my other instance. So that will help you to track which group is giving him this role. Now you got it right. Now we'll see how one role is having multiple roles. So that means sub roles. A one role can have a sub roles. That is how when I added ITL role, almost 25 other roles were added to that user. Demo role is a role which we have given to the user. And now when I just click on edit, okay, I will add some random roles like this. Sorry, some see, if you add one demo role along with that roles, these 5 roles are also added. Again, in this 5 roles, they may have a sub roles for those roles. Those also get added. We'll see for any user. Like I'll take Amos and we'll see if he has any role on his profile. If not, we'll add this demo role. See, there is no role. Now let's just click on edit. We have our demo development team. Okay, in demo development team, we have ITL role also, right? Let's create one more group. Sys underscore user underscore group dot list to create a group. Just click on updated or created to see what was created today. I'm going to create one more group, demo test one. Test group. Save it. Now we'll add a role to this group, which is demo development. demo developer, sorry. Save it, refresh. Okay, see demo developer role is given. Now I'll add this most to that user, or here also you can select that group name, refresh it. Anything is fine. You can go to user profile, open the user profile, scroll down, go to groups. If the group is already there, click on edit and add the user to that group. Demo test. See demo test one, save it. Now, how many roles are added? I have just added him to group which is having demo developer group, and demo developer have a 5 inherited groups, like 5 subgroups, and those 5 subgroups might have another again subgroups inside them, sub roles inside them. Now the total count is ended into 31. You got it? Hello guys, you want me to explain this again? Naveen, Rashikar,
Yes, Shreya,
Yashasvi.
it's okay.
Okay, if you want, I'll just explain you. Let me just see why that was not working. I'll show you here. So let's open group dot list. So I'll just add a simple filter condition here. Roles contains ITIL. So the groups with that roles only will be displayed. So we have a network group used for network related queries. So here there are 9 group members. Let's open Alina's Rebecca profile and just scroll down. You can see ITL role. Yes. Role inheritance map. See which group is giving him. You can see Alina Rebecca is a user, network group, and a developer group. There are 2 groups that are giving him this role. What is the target role? ITIL. This is how the hierarchy is been tracked, but this is not working in my instance. Might be it is on a that particular version is still uh, is undergoing some updates, I guess. That's the reason it is not working. But you can also just try it. It will be working in your real time also. We even track like this. So which group he's part of, which group is giving him this role, we'll cross check. You got it? Hello.
Yes, Shreya.
Yeah. So I'll just walk you through what I have done here. I have created a one role called demo developer role, and to that role I have added sub roles. Okay, randomly I have given some sub roles, and those sub roles may also have a sub roles inside them, right? So what happens when I add that role to a group, who are part of that group, all the users will be inherited with that role. Okay, and after that when you open any one particular user profile, you will be able to see all the roles that user have, because here you may see platform ML read is coming from which group. Just by clicking here you will be having such hierarchical presentation, and you can track it. See, if you want to see CMDB read, which group is giving him, I don't know, so I can just click here. See, there is a big uh, hierarchical presentation. Color is this network, and both developer groups are giving him this role, and from which roles he is getting it, from ITL admin and ITL. And again, if I track to ITL admin, okay, CMDB read, I'm getting it. Even for ITL admin we have a CMDB read. Okay, so it is presenting me the hierarchical presentation of a rules. Now you got it. This is how you can track the uh, groups which are giving him the role. So you can simply say you can be part of developer group or a network groups to inherit CMDB read role or whatever the role we were discussing. Okay. Again, if I need something like read role of this SN read role. System will only present you this, you need not to do. See again, network group and developer group both have this ITIL. So it shows both the names. And SN request write role have a SN request read role. So if you add this SN request write role to any user, it will also inherit this SN request read role. Now we are able to understand how to add a role, how to add it to a group, and how this one role can contain a sub roles. Is it clear? Hello?
Yes, Shreya.
Yeah, you want me to explain this concept again, or we are good?
Yeah. Yeah, bit confused. If we try, like if we practice,
Yes,
we
yes.
can.
Definitely, this all comes with practice only. Okay, I'll just give you an overview. I don't want to load much. What we have done, we have just opened the rule table. We have cross-checked what were the rules that are there in the system as out of the box. So for today, you can also consider this as an activity. Just try to understand what type of roles we have. At least explore 10 to 15 roles. After that, from here you can create a new role. Only way to create a role is to open the sys underscore user underscore role table, or by just accessing roles under left navigator under user administration menu. Just by clicking new, what happens, you have to give a role name and a description for it, and contains roles. That means one role can contain multiple roles. That is what can be decided here. And application with role, that means how many applications are using this role, you can track it. How many modules are using your role, you can track it. How many custom tables are using your role, you can track it here. First, suppose let me open incident. Let me open ITL role, not this role. This role is a new one which we have created, but ITL is something that is given as out of the box, right? So if you see application, 15 applications are using like Google Maps, My Work, Service Desk, Incident Management, Problem, Change. All of them are using your ITL role. That is what you can track it. Modules with roles. Again, how many modules are using? Like create new of problem. Again, is dependent on ITIL role. That means when they have this role only, these particular modules are visible. These particular applications are accessible, and there is no custom table that is using. That's the reason it is not showing you any information. Okay, and one ITL have a 22 sub roles, and this 22 sub roles may again have a sub roles inside them. That's the reason whenever you add a ITL role to any user with 0 roles, they may inherit more than one role. That is, more than 25 or 26 roles will be inherited. Now you got it. Hello.
Yes, Shreya.
Yeah,
Yes.
and yeah, and another thing, these roles cannot be added to user profile directly. We can do it, but it is not a good practice. What is a best practice? Then we have to add role to a group, and that role will inherit the and that group will inherit that required role to the users. Why? Because in real time you may have 100 or 1,000 users to have a ITL role. To each profile, we cannot open and add a role. It's a lengthy process. It's a time consuming task. Then to make it short, what we do, we add all this 1,000 users or 100 users to a group. We give a group name, and we add this ITL role to that particular group, and all the 100 users or 1,000 users will get inherited with that role. Okay, even there will be a question on this in interviews. Mostly they'll be asking you, what are the ways that we can add a role to a user? There is only one way, is by adding that user to a group which have that role. If the role is not present, we are going to create a new group and add a role to that group and add a user to the group. So far, is it clear?
Yes, Shreya.
Yeah, let me open this notes that we have left in between. We'll complete this. I don't want to load more information in a day. uh, just give me a minute. We'll discuss this. Yesterday we left it here. So we have discussed about the ITL uh, advantages and all. Now we'll see what other service now has. It's a cloud based application, because you need not to download this. You can access it from any web browser just by validating your credentials. And it supports different modules like ITBM, ITOM, ITAM, ham, sam. Ham is nothing but a hardware asset management, software asset management. Okay, item is nothing but information technology asset management system, service mapping, HRSD, discovery, CMDB, integrations, okay, customer service management, portal. There are many things. Okay, this is not only a ticketing tool, it is used to build, operate the business needs by simply automating the work or need using different modules and functionality. Due to main concepts like workflow, flow designer, clients, and server side logics, ServiceNow is more automated, and this is also one big reason that is doing well in the market. Okay, many competitors which we have already seen, like uh, SAP and all, even if you want to tie up with any other third party applications like AWS, Azure, G Cloud, Zoom, Teams, Outlook, you can achieve it with the integration techniques. Okay, many companies are in race to adopt ServiceNow as an integrated tool to simplify their operations like ticketing system, as well as to improve their business needs and build many modules for required functionalities to meet the standard needs of clients. Okay, why ServiceNow? It is more flexible, guys, to develop and build more number of custom applications. And there was a version called San Diego and Tokyo. In those versions, they have introduced this App Engine Studio with low code, no code. Okay, where you can create your mobile applications with less number of coding. And from this version, it keep on upgrading. Now we are in a Xanadu version. And to access ServiceNow, what all we need? We need a browser and internet and a credentials. That's it. In If I just take you to the um, uh, a decade ago, we used to have a big servers. Even now we have a server station in Pune where we have 24 by 7 human resource, and it is more cost effective. Like this cloud application is more cost effective, right, compared to that have hiring 24 by 7 human resource. And they have to be very keen to know when the server is down or the mid server is up or down. They have to track it, they have to fix it. But here system will do that. You need not to do, or you need not to have more employees. It will cut short the human resource count, and system will take care of those. That is the advantages of cloud stations and cloud applications. And again, this cloud stations take care of your storage data. Okay, so to avoid all this complexity, ServiceNow is a cloud-based application. We just need credentials to verify it and access them anywhere from any part of the world. Okay, and I'll just give you this how to modify the logo and all. We'll see it and we'll close it. So here you can see, if I just type UI or basic configuration. Okay, under system properties, you have basic configuration UI 16. What is this basic configuration? That means if you want to modify the logo, if you want to modify something like here, ServiceNow service management, it is been displayed, but I want to give like ServiceNow Apple or ServiceNow Mango or ServiceNow Custard Apple, something like this. I can do that. See, page header caption. If you want to modify that also, you can do it. Let's suppose, let's give ServiceNow Mango. Here, banner and list caption background color. So if you want to modify this coloring also, you can do it. See, we have a RGB values. This is a hexadecimal values. This is the native RGB values. Just by clicking here, you can also select different colors. You can adjust this coloring, and you can have your own coloring pattern defined here. You can consider this RGB values or take this hexadecimal value. Okay, for styling we use this. And ServiceNow browser title, see, it is showing like ServiceNow, but if you want to add a mango to it, you can just do that. And if you want to add a image, okay, just click here on banner image, just go to some pictures. We have a biryani image, let's add the same. Just click on banner image, open. Okay, it is only taking, see, I have error message at the bottom. Let me add some other image. Maybe the file format is different. I'm sorry. Yes, see, my image got modified now. Again, system, time zone and all, again I can modify it. Date format and all, we can modify it. What is it, 12 hours or 24 hours time zone, we can modify it. Banner text color, you can also adjust the banner text color. Okay, save it. So from UI 15 you have a limited designing or styling components, but when I talk about UI 16, which is the latest one compared to UI 15, this is called as UI 15. Just save it, refresh. Why my changes are not reflected? Please save to make. See, ServiceNow Mango is now reflected. If I hover ServiceNow underscore Mango, ServiceNow Mango, but the image might be not been properly set. Okay, let's do it from UI 16. That's not a problem. Just type basic config. See, image is added, but it was not displayed. So here you have a banner image. Again, just click here. See, we'll save it and I'll discuss about other methods we have here. The system is little slow. Mostly, I think there is some hot fixes going on. See, and whatever the information I have set here, it is been reflected. And when I just check the time zone for the system, it will be US Western, and the date format will be this, time format will be this, header background color. You can change this header background color, banner text color, header divider stripe color. So people who are working for portal and who are working for styling, they take care of this. These are all under CSS properties, we say, cascading style sheet we call it. So for styling they can use all this. These are hexadecimal values of different colors. Okay, and we have a two themes like Lazola and Cobalt. Like usually even in our devices we have a light theme and dark theme, right? Those are nothing but this. Okay, so from basic configuration, when someone asks you to modify a logo or to change the page header title, how we can do it? From basic configuration, you have two, which is UI 15 and UI 16. UI 16 is the latest one. Over there you can also set the time zone, date format, and you can also have a banner text color. Everything you can decide it here. Okay, you got it now? Hello?
Yes, Shreya.
Yeah. So for today, just go and create a custom role, add some more roles to that role. That means sub roles to your role, add that role to a group and add user to a group and track it whether user is getting that group role and group details on their user profile, and also try to use this role inheritance map. If it is not working, mostly on our latest release, there is a fix, but team will look into that. Okay, which we have already seen in my other instance, it was completely working fine. Okay, uh, do these activities, we'll learn more activities about groups and some theory about roles and groups in our next class. And tomorrow there will be no class, so on Monday we can connect.
Good stay. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you all. I'll be sharing these notes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Shreya.